Hello everyone. This is Dr. Vivek from Department of Pharmacy, Government Polytechnic Jalgaon. It's come up with the very expressive topic under Drug and Cosmetic Act, that is labeling and packaging of drugs. So under the labeling and packaging of drug, we will going to see first learning outcome. So what is learning outcome? After watching this video, the learners will be able to ensure the particulars required for the labeling and packaging of drugs. Then next, rules made for the particular shown on the container and should appear on the labels. Means this is the rules we will going to see which will be appear on the container's label and which is very important, and on the basis of that we will get, or the patient will get, doctors will get, healthcares will get each and every information related to that medication, and that's why this labeling part is very important. So let us see the first manner of labeling. So under that manner of labeling, the first of all the name of drug, then batch number and manufacturing name should be there in your package or in your container's package. There will be the necessity of name of drug, batch number and manufacturing name. Then date of expiry of potency, which is very important. Then particulars related to the potency and official standards. Then particulars or precautionary information related to care in handling, use and distribution of drugs. Then particulars related to storage, manners of use. Then at last the general information such as if it is a physician sample, then not to be sold. So this is the kind of the manner of labeling should be necessary on the label of the container. Now let us see the general requirement of labeling. First one, under that the name of the drug. Under that the name of the drug, there should be a proper name. Proper name as per the schedule F or F1 or a standard books, followed by recognized abbreviation from the official pharmacopoeia. Example, IP, BP means Indian Pharmacopoeia, British Pharmacopoeia likewise, or name specified by agency like WHO. Then the trade name shall appear after the proper name if any. Okay, if any trade name, then there should be the appearance of trade name below the proper name. Then following preparation shall be labeled only with proper name, that is the preparation containing any new drug as a single active ingredient, that should be mentioned over there, and drug specified in schedule W. So that is to be under the name of the drug. Now let us see the net content. So in that net content you should, or in the label should mention the weight, volume, number of unit of content. Next one is the number of unit of activity. So these are the requirement under the net content. Now let us see the content of active ingredient, that should be mentioned on the label of the container. If suppose we are taking the oral liquid, the oral liquid contains as per single dose as per 5 ml. that should be mentioned over there. Then liquid parenterals, content per ml or a percentage volume or a content per dose, that should be again mentioned. That is related to the active ingredient. Then we are talking about, supposed to say, solid parenteral. So use units or a weight, gram, that is should be mentioned in the label. Then for tablets and capsule, content per tablet per capsule. So that should be the content and the dose schedule, that should be appear as per the oral and solid parenterals and the capsules and tablet, that is discussed over here. Now let us see the next one, that is the name and address of the manufacturer. Because we are talking about the clause A of general requirement of the labeling. So we were already seeing the name of the drug, then the content of active ingredient, and also already cover the statement of net content. Now after that, there is a necessity to be mentioned there the name and address of the manufacturer, then distinctive batch number, then the manufacturing license number. The manufacturing license numbers means every manufacturer in India shall have their licensing number, which is providing by the licensing authority of the India, and that should be mentioned on the label. Then date of manufacture, on which date that particular formulation or a drugs is to be formulate or a produce or a manufacture, that should be mentioned. Then the date of expiry of potency. Yes, the drug specified in schedule F, schedule P and schedule C1 shall bear and label expiry date. Expiry date shall not exceed the period specified in schedule P. So this is the necessity to be mentioned on the label. Then distributed as a free sample. If suppose any of the medication which is distributed as a free sample, then there should be the printed one, that this is the physician sample. So these are all necessary. Then here I take some of the example related to the labeling and packaging of the drug, that is only for the educational purpose. So let us see one by one for your better understanding. Here we have taken the example of oral suspension. You can see there is a name, proper name, then after that USP, then 15 mg per 5 ml, means previous slide what we were discussed, that is to be mentioned in that particular labeling, that you have to correlate over here. Okay, and even there is a warning, it is not for injection. So these are the necessity, warning, caution, dosing schedule, that everything should be mentioned on the label. Then next example under that, here we have to concentrate about the name of the manufacturer and address of the manufacturer in the red box. Then in the last example here, again there is a name and the address of the manufacturing, then batch number, manufacturing date, expiry date, everything, retail price related. So the and schedule H drug, what is the kind of the warning to be sold by retail on the prescription of registered medical practitioner. So these are the necessary warning and caution. So, and here I quoted for your example, so that you can understand the labeling and packaging of the different medication and the drug. One is the another very important things which is needed specifically when we are talking about the alcoholic preparation, that is more than 3% volume, showing the quantity on label. You should have to show the quantity. Those who are having the alcoholic preparation more than that of the 3% of volume, then you should have to mention that there is a alcohol in how much concentration, that should be on label. So labeling of mechanical contraceptive, when we are talking about mechanical contraceptive, as per the schedule R with following particulars: date of manufacturing, date of expiry and storage condition. Okay. Now the label of the innermost container. If suppose there is a innermost container of the narcotics, analgesics, hypnotic and sedative, corticosteroids and many more, there should be a red vertical line of at least 1 mm width on the left side running throughout the body of label. So this is again the specificity and necessity on the label related to the supposed to say that the drugs of the innermost container consist of narcotics, analgesics, corticosteroid, hormones, hypoglycemics. So these are the class of the drug. Now talking about the labeling of medicine with additional particulars. So what are that additional particulars? Let us see. So under that, the first one is medicine for internal use. Under that medicine for internal use, schedule G, if suppose the particular medicine as per the schedule G, there should be a caution, that is, it is dangerous to take medication except under medical supervision. Okay. Then next one, if suppose the schedule H kind of the drug, then there should be a symbol RX display on left top corner of the label. Then warning to be sold by retail on the prescription of registered medical practitioner, that is under the warning of schedule H kind of the drug. And if suppose there is a narcotic and psychotropic substances, then there will be the NRX should be reflect on your label. And if suppose there is a schedule X, then there is a XRX in red conspicuously displayed on left top corner. Now let us talk about the container of lotion, liniment and antiseptic, which is generally the use for the external application. The statement should be like this: for external use only on the label. Then the patent and proprietary medicine containing vitamin, there should be mentioning of therapeutic use, prophylactic use or a pediatric use. That kind of the things should be mentioned on the label. Then when we are talking about the ophthalmic preparation, schedule FF, there is some additional particular which is needed to be important as far as the ophthalmic preparation. That is, first one, use the solution within 1 month after opening of the container. Then name and concentration of preservative use. Then it is not for injection, and the very specific warning, that is, if irritation persists or increases, discontinue the use and consult physician. That kind of warning is necessary. Then do not touch the dropper tip. Okay. So this is the warning necessary on ophthalmic preparation or some additional particular related to the ophthalmic preparation. And at last, pharmacopoeia and other official drug, there should be the name or synonyms specified in a pharmacopoeia and followed by their recognized abbreviation like IP, BP or a BPC. So I thought you might have understood all the discussion related to this topic of packaging and labeling of drug. So enjoy learning and happy learning. Thank you very much for your patience hearing. And if you like this channel, kindly subscribe the channel and click on bell icon. You just have to click Dr. Vivek Kahale on the YouTube channel and you will get all the related updates of pharmacy profession. Thank you.